Hayes FM.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we've got a great show for you, ladies and gentlemen. In the words of Yoda, muck about, we do not.
So what he says, Yoda?
Yeah, probably. He probably does. He says things all around the wrong way, doesn't he? He's probably got some kind of dyslexia or something.
Yeah.
Like sentence dyslexia.
Like some sort of space spooner.
Yeah. That's the
I
one.
bought Jaffa Cakes and Digestives.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I was talking about. We got
classic
a lot.
combination, yeah.
Mucking about.
We got Alex Rice and all for afters.
Alex Rice, and we've got Tony Prince from Radio Caroline. We're going to phone up around 9 o'clock for an interview.
Fabulous.
I'll tell you what, this show, it cannot get any better.
Do you know him?
Do I know him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally? No. Have you researched him?
He's a friend of a friend. I've done a little bit of research,
okay,
yeah.
Brilliant. So you want to go in really knowledgeable.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
famous people.
Hello.
You go, I'm such a big fan.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's all going to be good. Yeah, he's from Radio Caroline. He's written a book about his experiences through the ages in entertainment and pirate radio and Radio Luxembourg as well. He also worked for them. So
do you know why they were called pirate boats, those radio shows?
Because they are. Oh, God.
Well, don't tee him up.
Yeah, sorry.
I know I won't eat them.
No, it's a good one. It's a good. But I really was expecting a really, serious
insightful
answer.
Yeah.
But good, you got me back though, because I've actually done that to you before.
Yeah, it's been a lifetime of disappointment, this radio show.
Right, here's a tune for you. This is from Rush, Closer to the Heart. Beautiful song, one of my favourites of theirs. And we've got Alex Rice coming up live in a bit. Take it away. Yeah, lovely bit of Rush there. Rush to the heart. Yeah, rush of blood for the heart. Yeah, anyway, that's good. Like all that. Got some good subjects to talk about tonight as it goes.
Have you done lists?
Football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, going to talk about that. Population.
You ain't going to talk about... That's absolute bollocks. You're not going to talk about football.
Yeah, we are. I am.
On what side of it are you coming?
You'll see. You'll see. Right. Totally independent left field side.
Okay, yeah, obviously, yeah.
For not to have a pun involved, but yeah. Ben Elton, I got something for room 105.
Oh, wicked! I should have thought of something.
I've got a star story, a celebrity encounter, just to rival your.
Ronnie Wood story.
Ronnie Wood story, yeah. And I'm going to talk about.
Did I tell you my John Parrott story?
No.
All right, I've got one to rival your rivalry then.
Oh, damn.
What's that Tuts thing doing there?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to play a song by the Tuts.
Is that a signed copy?
No, but it's got my name on the thank yous.
Oh, what actually on the actual...
Printed on the cover. Everyone who's got one has got my name written on it.
Amazing.
It's amazing, yeah. I feel really grateful. Yeah, so...
It sounds like a really good show.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. It's nothing like a good bit of radio, and this is nothing like a good bit of radio.
Right, I'll play one more tune. This is a bit of a Brucey song, right? I hope you don't mind. A bit of Bruce.
No, I like a bit of Bruce, yeah.
Right, okay, this
sounds like he needs a poo, though, every time he sings.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Or he might have recorded his stuff on the toilet.
Yeah.
Just to get that intensity.
Yeah.
You know? Right, this song's called Meeting Across the River. It's on the Born to Run album, all right, 1975, I think. Moody. Alex Rice coming up next, live in the studio. Yeah, that one was Bruce, Meeting Across the River. That was kind of less toilety, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's double mellow.
Yeah, nice.
That's post-poo.
Yeah. That was after wipe.
Yes.
Yeah, nice one. Nice bit of Brucey bonus. That's what his fans say. Brucey bonus.
Good game. Let's not do impressions.
No, we can't.
I could do a good Michael Caine.
Do you?
No, I'm not doing it again.
All right. Because a lot of people say they can do Michael Caine, but they have to say I'm Michael Caine whilst doing it.
Yeah, of course you have to say you're Michael Caine.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody tools off.
No, that's Steptoe and Son. Adult.
Yeah.
You're supposed to blow the bloody doors off, adult.
Bloody hell.
We're doing impressions.
I can't do impressions. I can only, like I say, I can only do two, and you've destroyed them. You said
them.
No. No, I can only do John Peel and Uncle Albert off Fools and Horses. They're the only two I can do. And you just totally destroyed them when you said you just went, well, that's crap. I was like,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's on record as well. It's on YouTube.
I'm really sorry.
You're like stealing my, well, not stealing my thunder, killing it.
Disdain.
There was no more thunder. Anyway, so we've got Alex Rice. They're going to play a tune live for us right now.
Let me sneak in now.
Oh, yeah. All right, okay. All right, Alex.
How you doing, you?
All right, I can't actually hear him. I don't know why. Wait a minute. Aha, this should work. How you doing that? Ah, beautiful.
There he is.
Those lovely tones, the dulcet tones of Alex Rice from the Nazca Lines. How are the Nazca Lines then? Are they taking a lull in the older proceedings?
Yeah, taking a little break, man. Everyone's having the babies.
Ah, bless them. Well, it didn't stop Tony.
He's got about 12.
Yeah, he carried on with the band. Yeah.
That's him though, isn't it?
Okay, I suppose it's not, they're not hardcore like the rest of them.
No, that's right.
Like yourself. You got a few kids as well, haven't you?
Yeah, 2, yeah.
See, don't stop you rocking.
No, I've got on the set list here, I've got the set list and it says Daddy Stinks on top of the set list.
He's got a point.
He has.
Right, yeah. All right, so a big hello to Scott from Balcony Shirts, listening from Uxbridge, I think, or Hillingdon, somewhere like that. You'll have to get him in one day, John.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, make him perform like a monkey. It's all happening.
Love it.
John Donegan is playing the Eastcote Festival Market in Field End Road this Saturday, round about at 1 p.m. If you want to see him, John Donegan's been on this show a few times. He's a northern legend who's you couldn't get more mod than John Donegan. And that's an actual fact. I'm depping for track backs at the Brook House on Kings Hill Avenue, Hayes, this Friday. So if you want to get down there and listen to some, quite a varied selection of covers they do. Are You Experienced? A Hendrix tribute are at the Battle of Britain Club this Friday. That's in Hillingdon, Uxbridge Road, Hillingdon. Recollections are at the Dolphin, Rockingham Road, Uxbridge. Danny and the Champions of the World are at Tropic in Grosvenor Vale, Ruislip. Scary Canary are at the Crocker Gold in Ruislip, and Devastation are at the Black Horse in Eastcote. That's all on Friday. On Saturday, the Scar Souls, or the Scar Soul, it's meant to be like arseholes, but I think. Anyway, it's called the Scar Souls. They're at the Wishing Well, Uxbridge Road, Hayes. Sour Grapes are at the Angel, Uxbridge Road, Hayes. So if you get bored with the Scar Souls, nip over the road to the Angel, and you can see the Sour Grapes, or vice versa. If you're getting bored with Sour Grapes, fancy a bit of Scar, nip over the road to see the Scar Souls at the Wishing Well. That's all on Saturday. Also on Saturday, 24 Fighting Camels are at the General Elliot, Uxbridge, St John's Road, Uxbridge, and the Lord Algie Review are at the Crocker Gold in High Street, Ruislip. And of course, this Sunday from 4 p.m, it's the Blues Bar West Drayton jam session. And it's not a blues session, it's a total anything goes session, as long as you keep your clothes on, if you're male. All right, Alex, you ready to knock one out?
Yes, mate.
Yeah?
Let's have it.
What's this song about?
Knock one out, you sure?
Yeah.
This is Swim for the Light.
Beautiful, man.
You ready?
Yeah, cheers, man.
All right. Shed a tear again this morning, Lord. Ain't no reason why. Had everything I wanted. Sleeping by my side, but I feel cold. Cold inside. I can feel it creeping, Lord. Feel them crawling up my spine. Nasty little creatures just feeding on the lies, and I just hold my breath and I swim for the light. and I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me, and I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me. I can feel it. Shed a tear again this morning, Lord, and I'm the reason why. Had everything I wanted, now it's missing from my side, and I feel cold inside. I can feel it creeping, Lord, feel them crawling up my spine. Icy little creatures to remind me of the time when I just hold my breath and I swim for the light. And I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me, and I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me. Oh, I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me. Shed a tear again this morning, Lord, ain't no reason why. Had everything I wanted, she's sleeping by my side, but I feel cold inside. I can feel it creeping, Lord, feel them crawling up my spine. Nasty little creatures to remind me of the time when I just hold my breath and I swim for the light. And I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me, and I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me. Oh, I bless the emptiness that loving you has given me.
Lovely stuff there. Thank you, Alex. Nice one. More from you coming up very soon. Nice one. John there doing a bit of mixing. Jack of all trades, makes the tea. Bloody hell, it's incredible. Does the podcast.
Buys the biscuits.
Buys the biscuits. Well, for that, John, I got a little present for you.
Oh, come on.
This is it.
Nobody's next in between me and my man. It's me and Mr. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Jones there from Amy Winehouse, of course. One of John's favourite artists.
Bless her.
My own, too. Excuse me, I think a bit of biscuit went down the wrong hole.
Yeah. You breathed in really suddenly when you realised.
Yeah, digestive. It was either that or the old Jaffas. I think the culprit, though, was the digestives.
Yeah.
They're kind of like crumbly.
You have to really get to know a digestive.
You do. You shouldn't rush them.
Especially if you're dunking them.
Yeah.
You really have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do. You have to be delicate.
Yeah.
Not too far in.
I'll tell you what, a rich tea. Now we're on the subject.
Go on.
Have you seen, you know when rich teas go wobbly when you dunk them?
Yeah.
And then they just really suddenly go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And just as you're bringing them to your mouth.
That's the point of no return, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're just like, that's it. We're overloaded.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
They almost liquefy.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I used to always hate fishing them out with a spoon as well, you know?
Yeah.
Out of your tea.
Just disgusting. Or you forgot you've done it and you you drink the dregs and get a mouthful of...
Oh, yeah. The worst thing is when you ain't cleaned your kettle and you get all that lime scale in the bottom of a cup of tea. You're just like, oh, no. It really put off the final chucker, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's very
Right, I'm going to play this song by The Tuts, if you don't mind. It's got one of my... Do you know, like, every now and then you get a lyric and you go, oh, yeah, I love that.
Go on.
And you might laugh at it, but I love it. I love this lyric because it's about combating sexism. Yeah, the song. It's called Tut Tut Tut, and it's about how they're always having to go on as a support act and blah blah blah. And one line in the song says, "Battle of the Bands, too many mans." It's like
no, it's nice.
I think I just love it. I love
she
that.
She shoehorned it a bit.
Yeah.
I think the best thing she ever said was when you were at that gig and she said, "We got all the young people at the front."
Yeah.
We've got some other people at the back, and right at the back we've got the
crusty old men.
Crusty old
It's like a pie, she said, with a crust of old men. And it's funny, like, because it was true. And she really knows her audience.
That's the sad thing about it.
Yeah. Right, this is Tut 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 from the Tuts from Hayes.
No matter what we do, it doesn't matter if you can't sing in tune, 'cause you got something over me that I can't change, and this industry is doomed. I won't be the girlfriend in the audience, supporting from the front row, start stepping on my toes. If you hate it, then I say tut tut tut. Ladies, you're on fast. Battle of the bands, there's too many mouths, I'll battle your fans. So prove yourself and you do yourself. Scream your guitar in the mirror, all alone, I'm zoned out. Who the fuck are they anyway? By the 6 guitar solo. Oh no, I got a plectrum, what are you gonna think of me now? I can take my top off too, if you went for indecent exposure, I told ya. But I won't fall into that trap that you popped away for the guests. Doesn't matter if you can't sing, 'cause you got that thing that I don't have. They just think you're fit, but I will admit I wanna steal your girl fans. 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 Ladies, you're on fast. Tut, tut, tut.
There we go, the Tuts there. Lovely stuff.
They're clever, aren't they?
They are clever. Nice little riff there in that middle
little
bit.
bits in
And
between.
there's everything going on in that song. It changes all over the place.
Yeah.
And it, never gets boring. It's not too long. It's a perfect little, like,
Classic punk
gem.
pop.
Yeah, they've nailed it. Alex. Hold on, man. Let's turn this old thing up again. How you doing?
Ghosty, man. Love a bit of the Tuts. I remember playing with them girls a few times.
Yeah, I bet you... No, that was a dream you had, Alex.
Yeah.
Do you fancy playing 2 in a row?
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah? Okie doke. Lovely.
I might have a little tune up in between, but...
Yeah, it's all right. We'll allow for that.
This one's called Don't Ask Me to Love You.
I won't.
You do anyway. Right?
Worship the lines, man.
I'm not an easy sleeper, 'cause I'm a secret keeper. 4 a.m. weeper, yeah. I have bad dreams. I'm not so good awake neither, 'cause I'm a constant bleeder. I feel it running, pouring from my veins. Don't ask me to love you, 'cause I can't right now. I can't even love myself. I have fallen to pieces, yeah. Don't ask me to love you, 'cause I can't right now. Can't even love myself. I have fallen and I'm shattered, yeah. Not one of life's achievers, so I'll be a story weaver. 4 a.m. drinker, yeah. Drink myself to sleep. See, I'm an ex-believer. Now I'm a constant griever. Seems I've lost more than I've ever gained. Don't ask me to love you, 'cause I can't right now. I can't even love myself. I have fallen to pieces, yeah. Don't ask me to love you, 'cause I can't right now. I can't even love myself. I have fallen and I'm shattered, yeah. Don't ask me to love you, 'cause I can't right now. I can't even love myself. I have fallen to pieces, yeah. Don't ask me to love you, 'cause I can't right now. I can't even love myself. I have fallen and I'm shattered, yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Cheers, Alex.
Nice one, man.
I met a guy in a cafe, an old guy tonight, called Louis, and he was munching away, and he said, "Who you got in your show tonight?" I said, "Alex Rice," and he said, "Oh, does he work at a takeaway?" I just thought I'd share that with you, Louis. If you're listening, don't give up don't try and become a comedian. Yeah, you got another one there, Alex. What's this one called?
This one's called I'm Leaving You.
Okie dokie.
Caught her crying in the middle of the day. She was whispering down her telephone, saying his name. Oops. I stood there frozen, watched her pretty shoulders shake. Saw the love right on her face that I had given away. And she turned round, saw the tears on my face, took a step towards me, walked on by and picked up her case. She said, I'm leaving you. This is not the way I play. She said, I'm leaving you, but there ain't no other man. It's just that I can't stand to see you tear yourself apart. She said, I love you, but you broke my heart. I saw the lights pull into the drive. Said, baby, don't leave me. You're the love of my life. I stepped before her. I said, baby, don't go. She said, I'm only leaving because of you, you know. Said, if we just talked, or if you listen to me, I would not be leaving. You would not be losing me. Said, if we just talked a little more, just a little, or if I met her halfway, met her in the middle. But she said, I'm leaving you. This is not the way I play. She said, I'm leaving you, but there ain't no other man. It's just that I can't stand to see you tear yourself apart. She said, I love you, but you broke my heart. I said, I wanna talk. I said, I wanna talk right now. She just laughed and said that she thought that I might somehow. I said, I wanna talk. I said, I wanna talk this out. She just touched my face and said, well, it was too late by now. She said, I'm leaving you. This is not the way I planned. She said, I'm leaving you, but you'll always be my man. It's just that I can't stand to see you tear yourself apart. She said, I love you, but you broke my heart.
Beautiful. Thank you, Alex.
No worries, man.
More coming up soon. Cheers. Thanks, man. Right.
Sensitive side to the big man.
I know. The hunk of beef has
Big old
feelings.
boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got his brother in there.
I thought he was
Introduced him
his
as
brother.
little brother, Adam. And
I
he's
thought
like,
he was his brother, because when we shook hands, like, my hand disappeared in both their hands.
Yeah.
And I was like, bloody hell. Right, we've got a few requests here that we can ignore. No, Scott's asked for a drum by John Phillips.
Scott Balcony.
Scott Balcony, yeah.
Oh, bless his little cotton
Classic,
knickers.
yeah.
Steve Wells is in, brother of Trevor Wells, not defined by that.
And good.
And Craig, my mate Craig's in.
Oh, really?
Craig the Moz.
Nice.
He's going to come and get some wood soon, aren't you, Craig?
Yeah. Jessica Sissons is tuned in from Norfolk, would you believe?
That's the furthest one away today.
Yeah, so far. But she's with us in spirit she's right in our hearts, you know. Apparently.
And Tim's in. Tim Harris.
Tim Harris is in.
Whose father came out of hospital.
Yeah, good
today,
news.
I think,
Good
didn't he?
news. He's resting up.
Yeah, fantastic news. All the best, Steve.
Dan Hartley's in
Marvellous.
as well. Brilliant. It's all good. It's all happening. And I suppose Alex has got a few people listening as well. Right, you wanted to hear the Lemonheads, right?
Yes.
Was it for anyone or just you?
It's for me. It's my request for myself.
Cool. It's a shame about Ray. Shame about Ray there from the Lemonheads. Good choice, John.
It's a lovely song, and I can't play it.
Why?
I can play it, but I can't get it sound like nice enough to play in front of people.
Really?
Makes me want to smash the guitar up. You know those songs that do that?
Oh, yeah.
And you have to come back to them in later years. I'll find a way.
Yeah, but I reckon you've got a good old pluckiness about you. You can pluck your way.
I've done the plucky. I resorted to plucky, didn't work. Went back to strumming.
Oh, really?
Really studied the chords. You play some really weird chords in it. Studied it, and I thought, no, don't play those chords. It sounded crap.
Oh.
I'll get back to you on it.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of months.
I hope it comes fruition.
Fruition, I love that. It's one of my favourite drinks.
Yeah. I'm surprised there isn't one. But,
we might have just invented a drink there.
Yeah.
Fruition.
Well, we've got it on, it's going to be podcasted, so it'll be like, we'll have it as
it's
a
copyrighted, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. John Donegan's playing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon down at the Festive Centre or something near. I think he's playing outside Eastcote Station.
He's fantastic, Johnny Donegan.
So I'm going to try because I'm having internet problems. Took nearly half an hour to get the bloody internet working. I appreciate it. It needs a warm up, but come on, half an hour.
Would you be able to log in on my laptop because the Wi-Fi's flying?
Is it?
As I go towards the computer, it actually brings up what I'm thinking about.
Wow.
So quick.
Okay. It's just came up though. John Donegan's just come up. This is "Girl in My Head" from John Donegan. If it works, that is.
Ultra mod.
He is. He's
So
like,
mod though.
Yeah, I know. He's like.
We had to wipe it off the surfaces when he left.
Yeah, there was mod everywhere.
Yeah. Oozing down his legs.
Yeah. He was meant to come to my gig on Sunday, but he never turned up.
Oh.
But never mind. He came to the one before, and he's been to a mini gig.
You're kind of a big deal in these parts.
Well, yeah, you know.
So much sorrow. At least I wake up today and I can think of tomorrow. At the turn of a page, it's a new beginning. At the start of each year, you know I keep on singing. 'Cause it's good and it's bad and the sad and lonely. Well, I'm one of those, hey, I thought you knew that. 'Cause it's good and it's bad and the sad and lonely. Why don't you get on the bus one last time? There's a girl in my head and I'm lying in bed. Don't you know that I'm sad and lonely? There's a girl in my head, so I'm lying in bed. There's a girl on the bus, she forgot about us. Don't you know that she's sad and lonely? Saw a girl on the street, saw a girl on the street. As you lie in your bed, do you think of the future? Because you lie in your bed, that's why I think of the past, boy. You got a long way to go, you gotta do some walking. Getting to the top, you gotta pull the talking. 'Cause it's good and it's bad, it's sad and lonely. Well, I'm one of those, hey, I thought you knew that. 'Cause it's good and it's bad, it's sad and lonely. Why don't you get on the bus one last time? There's a girl in my head and I'm lying in bed. Don't you know I'm sad and lonely? There's a girl in my head, so I'm lying in bed. There's a girl on the bus, she forgot about us. Don't you know that she's sad and lonely? Saw a girl on the street, saw a girl on the street. I saw a girl on the street. Brixton, Peckham, Wandsworth, the Arundel Centre. There's a girl in my head and she's lying in bed. Don't you know I'm sad and lonely? There's a girl in my head, that's why I'm lying in bed. There's a girl in my head, there's a girl in my head, there's a girl in my head now, yeah, yeah. There's a girl in my head, there's a girl in my head.
There we go, John Donegan there, the one and only, of course, the mod father.
He writes real songs, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Such good songcraft, the boy.
Yeah, he's a good one. He reminds me of like the Spirit of the Jam a little bit, but I don't mean that in a kind of like.
No, he's got all the best bits of everything in him.
Yeah,
Hasn't he?
he has. Yeah, he's nailed the pop rock song, concise. There,
I don't want to say Britpop because it's kind of facile.
Yeah, it is a bit meaningless term.
Yeah, but he encapsulates the spirit of that.
Yes, and they often his songs come up on the old on the Hayes FM.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it's called. The Trap, I call it. But anyway, we've got Alex Rice out there live in the studio. How you doing, Alex?
All right, man, sweet.
Got a message from Tony from Nanska Lines.
What's he say?
He says, "Can you stop now, please?" No. He said, "Can you play The One?"
No.
He said he really likes that one.
Yeah, he wrote it.
Right, okay. He said maybe he could do the new Duran Duran. They could be the new Duran Duran.
Well, mate, only if you were involved.
No way, I couldn't do that. I couldn't take Russ's place.
No, no one could do that.
Nah. All right, man, what's this next song?
This one's called One For Me.
Lovely.
It goes. Slightly older than when we first met. In fact, I'm slightly wiser now than I should be. Somehow I see things clearer now, as if they're glass. Somehow it's like a note with no sound. It's like a place with no space. It's like a room in my mind I can go to repent. It's like a spot on my eye from which I can't see. For the soul in the tears I keep crying, crying all the time. Crying all the time, crying all the time. I know I'm not what you thought you would be when you were slightly older than when we first met. In fact, I'm slightly wiser now than I should be. Somehow I see things clearer now, as if they're glass. Somehow it's like a note with no sound. It's like a place with no space. It's like a room in my mind I can go to repent. It's like a spot on my eye from which I can't see. For the soul in the tears I keep crying, crying all the time. I'm crying all the time, crying all the time, crying all the time. Like a note with no sound, like a place with no space. It's like a room in my mind I can go to repent. It's like a spot on my eye from which I can't see. For the soul in the tears, for the soul in the tears I keep crying, crying.
crying all the time.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Brilliant, man.
Do you reckon you got another one in you?
Yeah,
And then we can let you go before 9 o'clock.
no worries.
Because you know what your missus is like.
This one is before we have to say goodbye.
Brilliant. Appropriate.
Sand through my fingers, went through my hair. You're gone, so far away from me now. Can you still even see my face? Now I don't feel alive. Feels like I'm frozen in time, yeah. When it's darkest at night, I drink, dance and get high. Raise my palms to the sky, gulping wine as I cry. Throwing rocks at the moon, feels like it ended too soon. Drink, dance and get high. Seeing the sun through a mirror, it's hearing the quiet through the door. You're gone, so far away from me now. Can you still even hear my voice? Now I don't feel alive. Feels like I'm frozen in time, yeah. But the hour hand keeps spinning, and the years just sweep on by. And you smile with every newborn, with every friend lost you cry. Feels like it ended too soon for us, yeah. Drink, dance and get high before we have to say goodbye. It's darkest at night, I drink, dance and get high. Raise my palms to the sky, gulping wine as I cry. Watching rocks at the moon, feels like it ended too soon. Drink, dance and get high.
Ah, beautiful. It's been lovely having you, Alex. Cheers.
Nice one. Thanks, guys.
Fantastic.
Do a shout out to anyone before you
I
leave?
just want to say I did this to sort of set for my mentally disabled nephew Bradley.
Okay.
And, fair play.
All right, thank you very much.
Fantastic, man.
All the best, man. See you
Cheers,
soon.
guys.
Thanks, guys, and thanks for listening, everybody. Of course, you're going to, got more coming up. Right.
Did you close the show then?
No. I'm just saying thanks for listening to Alex.
Oh, right.
Weren't really. But this is a dedication to Scott Balcony. He wants this one. John Phillips, drum. Good choice. Beautiful stuff there. John Phillips and drum. Not many songwriters like that anymore. It's just I don't, these things come and go. You know what I mean? Here's a beautiful song from Junior Walker and the All Stars, of course. This is Shotgun. There we go. How about that? Nice bit of soul there for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Love a bit of that.
That's good, isn't it? It's
The Irish are in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Lahys.
Mick Claridge is in as well, believe it or not.
Is he Irish?
No, he's not, but he's in.
He's in.
The Ridge, as we call him. Yes. Got a little request here. What was it now? Lloyd wanted this one.
Lloyd wanted Queen Bitch by Bowie. But my little girl was in hospital last night as well.
Okay, does she like Bowie?
And she does, yeah. She was discharged today, and I don't mind people knowing she's been diagnosed with severe sniffles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Really bad sniffles. Love you, Han. Get better soon. Ring me if you want me to take some time off work and drive over there.
I've had a bit of a cough this week. I had 3 gigs this weekend. I could hardly talk at the beginning of the day, but I was doing vocal warm-ups off YouTube. And it seemed to get me through all right. No scales.
Oh, was it?
yeah, just like that. And I was like driving along to these venues with that on YouTube on me, coming through my car speakers, and then dosing up on the old lockets.
Did it do the trick? The warm-ups?
Really did work. Because I was like, apart from the first night, I was a bit, oh God, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But the second night, I thought it was going to be even worse. But I've done the proper warm-ups for about 15, 20 minutes. And it really worked a treat. In fact, it gave me an edge, really, because I had the gravelly and the...
and the control.
Yeah.
Do you, when you do 3 in a row, do you get really muscular at the end of it, or does this 3 wear you out? You're ragged?
I don't know. It is a bit of a killer. It is a bit of a killer, but luckily they weren't major long ones, because the last one on Sunday was just a 2.5 hour, which is what most people do anyway. But for me,
I can't conceive of doing. We do 2 hours occasionally, and I just hate it.
It depends with me on how people are receiving it.
Yeah, yours is different because you get a bit of feedback, a bit of dancing, a bit of people coming up to try and shake your hand while you're playing, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's funny. Love all that.
Shake my hand, mate, you're brilliant. Shake my hand.
Yeah, can you not see?
Down now, shake my hand, mate.
Right, this is for Lloyd and
Hannah.
Lovely.
Queen bitch.
Bibbidi bobbidi hat. Bit of Bowie there for Lloyd and Hannah. Brilliant stuff.
He does it in a Somerset accent, apparently.
Who does?
Lloyd.
Ah. Yeah. Is he starting to pick one up, is he?
Bibbly bobbly hat.
It happens to the best of them. And Lloyd. Right, I'm going to phone up Tony Prince, who's got a book coming out. He's an ex-DJ from Radio Caroline and Radio Luxembourg.
The Royal Ruler, he was known as.
Oh, really?
Radio Caroline North.
Oh, all right, okay. Yeah, it's because his name's Prince, probably. His surname's Prince.
Could be that. He might be the artist formerly known as Tony Prince.
Yeah, he might be. You never know. Let's see how this goes then. Right. Bit of phone jack of time. Should work.
Always a tense bit, this.
Yeah.
I get really nervous.
Yeah, I do.
What if he's horrible?
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Tony.
Hey, hi, Tony.
Huey Dixon as I live and breathe.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm good, mate. Are you going live tonight?
Yeah, we're live now.
Oh, wonderful.
I just wanted to talk about your life in radio and, if we can, briefly, for about 10 minutes, and your upcoming novel, book. Is it a novel, or is it a...
It's a double autobiography, actually. My story and a guy in Czechoslovakia.
Right.
Who wanted to be a DJ.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So it's like...
Yeah, it's a really interesting swing on things, you know?
Is he the railway DJ then, Tone?
He's the railway DJ, yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing story, really. You've got me and my Technicolor life, and him and his black and white life. It's really quite depressing what those kids had to go through.
Right.
And so I've run it like a couple of pages, my story, and then over to Czechoslovakia, then back to me and back to him, all the way through the book.
Brilliant.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so it's a bit of a flip back and forth type thing.
Yeah, it's 2 lives running simultaneously.
Oh, nice.
Only, you know, I'm meeting Elvis, and he's like, he can't buy any records because there's no record shops in Czechoslovakia.
God,
but he loves Radio Luxembourg. You know, he's a big, mad Radio Luxembourg fan.
Yeah, I remember listening to Radio Luxembourg when I was a kid on the old long wave, and it was just really, really, it was just...
I think it was on the medium wave.
I was at medium wave,
yeah.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it was kind of like difficult to get, but sometimes you'd hear it, and you know, it's really...
Well, there was no choice in those days, was there?
Yeah, it was the wonder of radio. That's why I don't do I don't do webcams in the thing because I think that there's something lost with it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like TV, and it's not the same. If you know what I mean, radio should
You're
be
just shy, Huey. I know.
Well, I am, but that's why I've chosen radio, because I don't want to be seen.
Because he's got a face for radio.
Yeah. That's it.
So are we broadcasting now? Are we coming on?
Yeah. No, it's all going out now, mate.
This is it now, is it?
Yeah,
So
this
hello,
is it.
everybody,
Yeah.
on Hayes FM.
Yeah. Where are you based in, Tony?
I'm based near Maidenhead,
Ah, not too far then.
just down the A40 from you.
What's that Oldham accent all about then? I recognise that, Tony.
That's where I was born. I escaped there when I was 15.
Right.
I went to be a jockey.
Good on you.
So you're the
in
only...
a stable in Yorkshire. I shared a bedroom with Willie Carson,
Really?
who went. Yeah, he went on to better things.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I've heard of him.
I didn't stick it very long.
Nah.
And then I went to a Butlins holiday camp in North Wales, and
Okay.
I went in for a singing competition.
Wow.
And that's how I met the Jasons, a group from my hometown.
Right.
So I started singing with a band, and then I joined a 15-piece orchestra, and they moved us down to Bristol. And that's really where life began. That's where the Musicians Union threw me out, because I was playing records as well as singing with the band.
Oh, was that not allowed then?
And the Musicians Union were opposed to records.
Wow.
I mean, that was the problem with the BBC. For years they hardly played any records.
Right.
They used to have, like, Bob Miller and the Millermen doing cover versions. It was
Really?
pretty dire, and that's why everybody listened to Radio Luxembourg.
I remember when I got the top of one of those Top of the Pops albums in the 70s, and I realised it wasn't the artists.
Yeah, cover versions.
Yeah, but they were really well done. It was like really subtle.
They were well done, but they still weren't the Beatles.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And you used to go to Woolworths for Embassy records. They were all cover versions.
Mad,
The
isn't it?
45s.
Yeah. So how did the
So that's how I became a DJ, and I've never looked back really. I've just concentrated on being a DJ ever since.
Oh, good. Got a healthy love for music, I suppose, and that's what me got me into
Massive,
it.
yeah. Well, of course, being a singer guitarist,
Oh, yeah.
I got music in me, but
Yeah.
I had to sacrifice all that when the Musicians Union. I could have stayed in the union, but I'd have had to stop playing the records.
Right.
So Top Rank, who were the company who employed me, they were really interested in getting records into dancehall, so I guess they made me their scapegoat.
And how did you get onto Caroline, Radio Caroline?
Well, after I became a DJ full-time in Bristol, I got a TV show down there called Disco, and I was also not just, introducing the bands. I also helped the producer to decide which bands to put on the TV show.
Okay.
And I used to get all the records from the record companies. And one day I got a record by a guy called Tony Blackburn.
Right.
And in Bristol, we couldn't hear Radio Caroline, but I kept reading about it in the NME, the New Musical Express.
Okay.
And I kept reading about these DJs, Tony Blackburn, the Emperor Roscoe, and whatever. And so I said to the producer, look, it's not a great record, but he's a pirate DJ. Let's get him down here. So he was as interested as I was, and Tony came down and did his record on the show. And during the day, he told me who to get in touch with at Radio Caroline if ever I wanted to join them. And within months, the TV show came to an end. Because Ready, Steady, Go was starting in rediffusion in London. So Disco Go, which was like the little brother TV channel, TWW, came to an end. And that's when I joined Radio Caroline.
Oh, a message from my friend Huggy. He said he stayed up all night listening to your show after you announced the death of Elvis.
Yeah, wherever I go, people of a certain age say that, I mean, it was probably the most listened to program in the history of commercial radio in Europe.
Wow.
Because what happened that night, the television news, it was Reginald Bosanquet, at the beginning of the news at 10 o'clock, he announced that they'd heard that Elvis Presley had died in Memphis, Tennessee. And they had no more news. But then at 10:30, just before they went off the air, he said, we can't confirm the story of Elvis Presley's death. And then they went off air. Now, there was no Sky then, there was no internet. There was only the BBC and ITV, and there was no more news. So what did the people of Europe do? They came to Radio Luxembourg because they knew we'd be on air. They knew we'd be playing music. And there was me. I came on the air at 11 o'clock, half an hour after that TV announcement. And they estimate, maybe 100 million listeners tune in at some time during that 4-hour program. It was quite a challenge for me because I was president of the Elvis fan club. I'd met him twice.
Right.
And I had a great relationship with him, and
That's
it was
incredible.
really a tough DJ job.
Yeah. Excuse my ignorance, but was Radio Luxembourg broadcast from Luxembourg, yeah?
It was indeed.
Right.
Before I joined, before the Pirates, it was all pre-recorded.
Yeah, okay.
The David Jacobs, Alan Freeman, Pete Murray, Jimmy Savile, they all recorded in Hertford Street in London. But when the Pirates ended, the BBC launched Radio 1, and Radio Luxembourg put its first live team into the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. So we had to go and live there. It was me, Paul Burnett, Kid Jensen, and Noel Edmonds.
Ah. No.
And that was the first live team living over there.
Another thing I'm ignorant about, how were these things funded? Were they commercial radios?
Oh, my God, yeah, it was all commercial.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Was it like all illegal backhanders, or was
no,
it
not at all.
straight
It
on
was
the
legal
books?
payola.
Oh, right,
It was legal payola. Before we went out live, before the live team, when they recorded all the shows in London, the shows themselves were sponsored by the record companies. So you'd have the Decca show, the EMI show,
right.
and they'd pay a lot of money for their records to be played.
Yeah.
So you can imagine they played a lot of crap as well as a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, of course.
But we didn't know. We were all naive. We hadn't got a lot of music coming out of our radio. We were just glad it was there.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. Wow, it's good to talk to an icon. So where's this book available? What's it called again, and where's it available?
Okay, it's called The Royal Ruler and the Railway DJ.
Right.
And it's a double autobiography. And I'll tell you how it came about.
First of all, the Royal Ruler is your nickname, wasn't it?
That was my nickname on air, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Tony Prince and the Prince's Palace of Peachy Platters, where nothing else matters but the good times.
Come on, my son.
And that was where the Royal Ruler came from.
Brilliant.
And this guy in Czechoslovakia, I did a gig there. I was the only DJ who ever went to Czechoslovakia during the communist rule.
Right.
After the Russian invasion. They'd contracted me before the Russians invaded. So by the time I was going there, the Russians had taken over and installed communism again. They almost got out of communism, but they didn't quite make it. They'd had what they call the Prague Spring, 6 months, where this guy called Dubček was trying to change the political landscape for them. But he didn't make it. The Russians came in with the tanks. There was a revolution, kids setting themselves on fire.
God.
And then I came over to do 3 discos. I drove over with my missus and we did 3 shows.
Right.
And then 30 years later, I was invited to go back there for a reunion in the very same club in a town called Brno.
Right.
So I went over and did this reunion gig. Didn't charge them. I just went for the love of these people. And after the show, I was talking with Jan, the DJ, who'd been DJ 30 years ago. You know, we were both getting on by now. And he told me all the stories, and I was listening enthralled at how he got his music together. He started listening to Radio Luxembourg to translate the lyrics for all the groups in Czechoslovakia who wanted to sing the English songs. But he hadn't got a tape recorder. So he had to keep listening and listening until he got all the lyrics of all the songs.
Wow.
There was no record shops in town. It was an amazing story. And I said to him, listen, I'm just starting writing my autobiography. I want to write yours at the same time.
Wow.
So for about 3 years now, Jan's been sending me his memories, his stories, and I've been translating them into an English that people can understand. And it runs in tandem from 480 pages. There's a lot of fun on my pages, and there's a lot of darkness on his pages.
Right, okay. Yeah, it must have been
to get it, by the way, you know I own DMC, the World DJ Club.
All right.
DMC, we have a website called DMC World.
Okay.
And at DMC World stroke, what is it now? DMC stroke. No, I mean, remember in a minute, I'll come back to it.
Right.
So it's available online, okay?
Right.
And it's also going to be out in paperback in the spring. We've just done a few hundred hardbacks to kickstart it.
Okay.
And it's coming out on the 1st of December, which is the day after tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. DMC World Stroke Store. That's it. DMCworld.com. Go there. That's the website. And Stroke Store. Go in the store, and you'll see the book there.
Oh, nice.
The Royal Ruler and the Railway DJ.
Brilliant. Good title. So how's he getting on, this Czech guy?
He's all right. He still does gigs over there. You know, he's quite famous. So I don't suppose we'd like what he does, because after every record, he tells what the record's about, because a lot of them still can't speak great English.
Of course, yeah.
But he translates it for his audience.
Oh, that's nice.
You know,
yeah.
it's fascinating. So, you know, I mean, my book's got stories like me meeting Elvis.
Yeah.
That's quite an interesting story.
Yeah.
Did a lot of work with Paul McCartney.
Oh, right, okay.
You know, some really interesting things there that people have never heard. And there's stories of my colleagues as well. Stories of Kid Jensen, Noel Edmonds,
yeah,
Paul Burnett. Stories from the pirate ships.
Oh, good. Okay.
I think it's a good read. I think people will enjoy it.
I've got to ask, how many times did you meet Elvis and where?
I met him twice, 72 and 73.
Oh, nice.
On both occasions, I met him in his dressing room in the Hilton Hotel in Las Vegas.
Were you asked for by him, or was
No, I was president of his fan club, because I played more Elvis than anybody else on Radio Caroline. And so when we went over to America with the fans, we took 200 with us in 1972. Cool. Colonel Parker was very accommodating, and he let me go down to meet Elvis with a tape recorder. He actually let me go on stage and introduce Elvis as well, which was a big thrill for me.
Wow.
So, 72. I know, I was in the movie That's the Way It Is, which was a documentary on him. Oh. He sent a tandem over to Luxembourg to a convention, an Elvis convention, to be raffled off for charity.
And were both encounters, were they pleasant as well? Both pleasant encounters, were they?
They were fantastic. Everybody, the first question they ask is, what was he like? Yeah. Well, you know, he's what you thought he was like. He was just very polite, very handsome. He answered his questions, and one of the big questions I asked him was, you know, have you got any message for all the fans listening to Radio Luxembourg? And he said, thank them for their devotion. I love them for their loyalty, and I know we keep saying this, but we've got to come see him. We'll come and see him one day. And I think he meant to do that, but 3 years later, he died.
Oh, yeah, shame. Well, Tony, is there anything you want to ask John?
You've covered it all.
Oh, cool.
I just loved it. Oh, I love that. It's just come online, Tony. A mate of mine said, I'd like to go for a drink with this bloke. I think he shares I could actually talk to you all night. I'd love to hear more about the Caroline, but you know what it's like when we need a Tony Prince special, I think. We need to get you back for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd love to do that for you guys. Read the book and see what you want to do with me, okay? Anyway, just give you that address again. It's DMC World, and DMC stands for Disco Mix Club, which is what the company used to be called in 1983, but we changed it to DMC. You know, we used to publish Mix Mag. That was our magazine.
Yeah.
We sold that in 98. So DMC World is still going. It's a DJ organization. We do download music for DJs. We remix music for DJs, which is what we've always done. And that's where the book is. The DMC is selling the book. It's the only way to get it at the moment until it comes out in paperback.
Fantastic.
Maybe in the spring.
Thanks, Tony. I'll put the link on our Facebook link.
That's great, Huey. Thank you very much
was
indeed,
John. That was John.
John and Huey, thank you so much, and to all your listeners at Hayes FM.
Thank you.
To catch up with you again sometime.
Yeah, hopefully, I will. I'll tell you what, when the book comes out and I've seen you on Loose Women, I'll be telling everyone. I know him.
Well, listen, you drop me an email. You know, you've got my PR company.
Yeah.
Get my address and send me an email, and we'll communicate.
Superb, Tony. Speak soon, mate.
All the best, mate. Thank you so much.
God bless you both. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Thank you. Oh, nice one. Got a bit of a broadcasting history there. Probably the most famous, in-depth conversation I've ever had.
Yeah.
Apart from, don't know, this one I was going to tell you about.
Go on.
My little encounter with a celebrity.
I told you my Ronnie Wood story.
Yeah, you told me.
I met him twice.
Well, I was walking down Brighton, and there was like this news agent, and it had a band in there, right? Young band, early 20s. Not early 20s, 1920s.
What are they called? The Paper Boys?
No.
Right.
No, I don't know what they were called, but they were in this news agent, and there was like, people were filming them like a music video was being filmed. And I looked in there, I was like, well, yeah, looks interesting. Anyway, as I walked by, I noticed this guy, and I thought, oh, I know him from somewhere, I don't know who it is, and he was wearing a long, like, winter coat. He didn't look like, he looked like, not shabby, but not flash. And I thought, I know that guy. He's in a band somewhere. And I thought, I've seen him play somewhere. So I went up to him and I said, and he was like 50s, late 50s probably. And I went, I know you. You're in a band, aren't you? He went, yeah, I am. I went, is it like a band? You play guitar, don't you? And he went, yeah, I do. He said, I said, you play like down in a covers band round Heathrow sort of way? He went, no, I'm Gary Moore.
No.
And I went, oh my God. Yeah, and I just went, that's it, I've died. And I just shook his hand. I went, I'm so sorry, I can't believe it. And I walked away really embarrassed. And I hope that these things aren't connected. He died about a week later.
I reckon that was probably related. He just said I was in a covers band near Heathrow.
Yeah.
I wrote Parisian Walkways, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well.
There was this bloke at a cash point in Kensington High Street once.
Yeah.
And I absolutely knew, as he turned round from the cash, I went, mate, you out of Grange Hill? And he shaped to punch me.
Really?
And it was Dennis Weiss, a Chelsea player. Right. But he's only about 3'6".
Yeah. Well, yeah. My Jimmy Page story. I was walking down Oxford Street. I'd done a bit of busking. I was having a break, and sometimes I'd go there because there was like a vegan restaurant, and they used to do a really good deal, like for £3, I think. You can take all you can eat, all you can fit into a tub,
all the air you can fit into a tub.
Yeah. So I went there, and I was walking down Oxford Street, and then I saw Jimmy Page, and I was like, right, oh my God! And he was on the phone outside the shop, and the first thing he said was, I'm on the bloody phone, And I went, oh, right, oh, okay. And I walked off. And then I thought, no, I want to talk to him. I really want to talk to him. So I crossed the road, walked back on myself, and I watched him till he'd finished his phone call. And he was outside this shop called Next. And I saw him finish his phone call, and then he went in the shop. I thought, right, sod that. So I waited outside Next. And then he came out, and we had about a 10-15 minute chat.
He's a really nice bloke.
He was really nice, yeah. But he reminded me. He spoke like he had the same kind of voice as Ken Livingstone. I thought, God, he really,
kind of name, something like that.
And I thought, oh right, well, I didn't expect that at all. And I noticed. I showed him that I had some mini discs in my hand, and one of them was Led Zeppelin 4. I goes, look, I'm listening. I've been listening to Led Zeppelin, and then one of them was by Spirit, which he was accused of ripping off.
Oh, that's right, for that, for the first part of
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
And he said, oh yeah, they reckon that Stairway sounds a bit like one of their songs, but I've never heard it. And I was like,
yeah, you toured with them.
And I said, yeah, you toured with them.
Okay, we done it, we did.
And he said they never toured with them, but he said, but the Yardbirds did.
Oh, all right.
He said the Yardbirds did, and he said I don't think it was in their set. So I was like, okay, but I don't think it does sound like it. I think it just sounds like the same
just one
guitar.
Of those progressions,
yeah, similar, very similar guitar. But he never sort of ripped off the song. That's a different matter. Not like all the other ones that he did rip off.
Yeah, many hundreds. You're allowed to say that on air? Probably not.
I don't know. It's what's
you
it
said
called?
It now.
Yeah.
I want to disassociate myself from my colleagues' comments.
Yes, okay. It'd be different if I was getting paid for it.
We're going to have the Cardiacs.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? We've missed Sooty time as well.
Oh, let's do Sooty.
Oh, wait, yeah, it's Sooty time, yeah. We're actually on Sooty time. I forgot.
Cardiacs coming up later on,
so
kids.
So, what do you reckon? Beatles, Queen. We had Queen last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it's got to be Elvis. Might as well be Elvis, because...
I think it's Elvis in honour of Tony, the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, man.
Well, he's not the Prince of Darkness. What is he?
Tony Prince.
Your royal ruler.
Yeah. I suppose it's got to be
12
Elvis.
inches of him.
Yeah. I've heard. Right. Elvis Presley. So Sooty loves a bit of Elvis. Oh, yeah, great tune. Here we go.
Return the sender. Return the sender.
Lovely bit of Elvis there. Return to sender. Returning to his seat is John Napier.
Just put the kettle on. I was having a little dance out there.
Lovely. I just wanted to shout out for Jason Redrup. He said, Huey, I wondered if you can give my band, they're called General Do One, a plug on your show. They're playing at the Harvester in Norfolk this Thursday from 8:30 p.m. Come down, it'd be good to see you. Cheers, Jason. That's Jason Redrup and his band General Do One. So if you're in the Norfolk area on Thursday evening, you fancy a bit of music with your Harvester, get yourselves down there. All covers and stuff, so it'd be good. I'm not saying that, Anyway, that's
too late now.
I'm just digging a hole, yeah. Right, yeah, a bit of Elvis there for Suddy. Suddy, of course, our what's the word? Less fussy listener.
He's a friend of the show, isn't he?
Oh, he's an
eternal friend of the show.
He's an eternal friend, but he's not an interactive one. But there you go.
Has he never
phoned up, never done anything? Well,
Never writes.
one week I'm going to phone him up.
We should do it.
I've got his number.
Make sure he's listening.
Yeah,
asking questions about the first hour.
Yeah, good
5
idea.
or 6 questions.
Yeah.
Searching questions.
Right, okay. Who wanted a song by the Cardiacs?
Cardiacs is my Irish pals Helen and Pat. They're listening from Limerick. And on July the 1st, 1989, me, Trev, brother of Stephen Wells, not defined by that, Diane, Kim, loads of other people.
Yeah.
Went to see the Cardiacs, and they were brilliant. And he wanted this song for my pal Patsy.
Ah, lovely. All right, this is called Is This the Life? Right, that's fantastic. Nice bit of guitar work there from the Cardiacs, I must say.
I've no recollection of that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Apparently I had a really good time in the 80s. People tell me.
They look kind of like too old to be pop stars even then. Like in their thing. Not too old, but not, breaking the mould sort of thing.
Yeah, I think pop stars were generally a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah,
So you had to get half decent, whereas now they're about 8, aren't they?
Yeah, anyway, let anyone in.
Yeah.
Yes. The other day I was talking about getting some slip-on shoes because I'm getting old and that.
Yeah,
and I
you
did
do that when you
I got that. Yeah, and I got that. I got that pair of what they call dealer
them
boots.
boots, yeah. They
Really
come out
nice.
well. Yeah, they are nice. Yeah.
But then I was thinking about things when you said about getting up, getting down, putting your shoes on, going, ugh. Then I thought about the other day I was watching Top Gear. I never watched that. I can't stand it really.
Yeah.
But I saw Jeremy Clarkson whizzing about in either a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that, and I thought his arse must have been about a foot off the floor. And do you know what? If I had that car, I'd be like,
you have to roll out sideways.
Yeah, I'd have to go, oh God, I've got to stand up, sit down.
I'd have to put if it's raining, I'd have to put a plastic bag on the floor and roll myself out.
Yeah.
So my shoulder hit the pavement first and then just squirm out.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you
stand up and go,
yeah. And you can't, on a, what's it, I think it's called a Lamborghini, they have the doors that fly upwards.
The wing doors, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't hang on to the door either.
Because it shuts.
She'd be like, and Jeremy Clarkson's quite tall. They never showed him getting in and out of it. I thought, right, don't show that. But yeah, it looked great to whiz about him, but nah. Wouldn't like that. Yeah, and also I read the other day about a billionaire man who left in his will £2 million to everyone in the village where he grew up.
God,
imagine that.
That's well good.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really nice thing to do.
I thought, what a guy.
I don't know if that'd ruin it though, would it? You've got that village that's had that way of life for hundreds of years, and then you all get £2 million each. You can all afford to hate each other then.
And move away.
You don't give a shit anymore.
Sell your house to a load of Romanians.
Hold on, it might have been in Romania.
No, it wasn't. It was in. It was a British one.
Really?
Yeah, and he
in this country.
Yeah, and he was like a brewery. He ran a brewery or something, and I think he invented that Corona beer. Or one of them, of those sort of famous beers. Anyway, he made a couple of billion out of it, And then, when he died, left all his money to his village. Not even all the money, just enough to give them £2 million each.
Couple of mil each.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, football. I was reading the other day about. Sorry, talk about football. It's not really my thing. I feel like I ain't got the bus fare. What's that? Miming with a choir.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching the Facebook statuses and it always happens when there's a football match on, and they're going, "Come on, Chelsea! Oh God, look at that! Play it wide and all that stuff."
Yeah, man on.
I was thinking, are you one of those? Because I know you like football, and I don't question it, even though I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Are you one of those people that shout at the telly?
No.
Or do you
I can be. Yeah. I don't watch the telly though. I don't have a telly.
Oh, right.
So if I do if I'm watching football on telly, it would tend to be at a pub.
So you join in. That's probably a good thing.
So
You're in the spirit of it.
Yeah, unless it's an absolute Spurs pub, I just tend to keep quiet.
Oh, okay.
Or just say something really acerbic every now and then.
Yeah.
That annoys everyone and gets everyone really tense.
Yeah, right. Okay. Do you what was I going to say? So you don't shout at the telly. How long does it take to get over it? Sorry?
Oh, when I used to go and watch Hayes, and this is absolutely true, I followed him around for about 6 years, home and away. So we were going to places like Barrow and Lancaster and down to Dover and Forest Green and Telford.
Wow.
I used to watch them on a Saturday, and if they lost, I wouldn't talk to anyone till Wednesday. Yeah,
really?
I was madly into them.
So you never spoke to anyone hardly ever?
No.
Right, oh, cool.
No, hold on, we finished third once. Third in the conference, yeah, it's the glory years.
Oh, right, okay.
Could have won it as well, could have won it. Captain Wilco.
Another thing I want to ask you about, Ben Elton.
Yeah.
Have you ever read Stark by Ben Elton?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic, right?
Yeah, I think it's unfolding before our eyes.
He's a surprisingly fabulous writer. Who's that lovely lady?
That's Claire Sullivan. She's just arrived
She's
here.
Fantastic.
I know, look at her.
Like a vision walking in
I know,
there.
she's like a rock star lady.
Yeah.
Or she's a bit like a film star, like the old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's got that fur coat, that
fur
aura,
coat.
eminence.
The fur coat thing.
Yeah.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking, yeah, she should make the tea. No. No, we've already got one, Claire, it's all right. Claire, of course, does a Saturday show, don't you? What time Saturday?
8 till 10.
8 till 10 at night.
On Saturday.
Yeah, there you go. Tune in Hayes FM, and it's all about indie club, isn't it? And it's not about being pregnant.
No, it's about having a good time.
It's about having a good time in the club and not getting pregnant. Yeah, man. So that's Claire Sullivan there every Saturday, 8 till 10 on Hayes FM, and that rhymes.
That was worrying me, that memory stick in the cupboard.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, when I find stuff like that, I don't know what to do with it, especially when it's in the tea cupboard.
Oh, was it?
It doesn't go in there by
So
accident.
you got it? Oh,
She does leave it every week, though. Was it you that left it last time?
No, it's the first time, actually.
It's just been there a long time.
There's some fantastic gear gets left around. These 32 gig memory sticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 15 quid's worth.
It doesn't mean anything to me. 32 gig.
It would do, it means it to me, yeah.
Yeah, you're IT, ain't you?
Ish.
I don't know what that means. I think I've got an 8 gig one now. Is that good?
That's not bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not bad for this sort of thing.
Yeah, good stuff.
Don't tell your friends about that, though.
Yeah.
Just always say it's a 64.
All right.
That's about a terabyte, I don't know.
Yeah, it's very terabyte. I was going to say, John, room 105.
Go on, what you got?
I want to put emojis in there.
Oh, yes.
Because you agree straight away? No
Yeah,
debate.
yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
If people send them to me in an email, I send back what I've got to say, and then I put brackets, smiley face, smiley face.
Yeah.
That's my acerbic side coming out.
I don't mind them on the end of a message, but when you just send one on its own.
Yeah.
What's the point in that?
I've not got the best eyes either, so when I'm looking on my phone, I can't really see what the emoji is all about.
Right, okay. Yeah, I get you.
You're lost in the emoji of it.
I want to play this classic
Do you want a
song.
cup of tea?
Okay.
You sure?
Claire don't want a cup of tea.
Coffee?
She's sweet enough, even though that don't make any sense.
No, it's rubbish.
Here's a song by the band The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down.
Virgil Kane is the name, and I served on the Danville train.
The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. What's really weird about that song is that Dan Hartley was going to request it.
That's creepy. Love that.
That's psychic stuff.
Psychotic stuff.
Yeah. Well, Trevor's asking, have we got time to call him tonight?
Speaking of psychotics.
I mean, I don't mind calling him. Should we play another song and then give Trevor a shout?
Let's give him a bell.
All right.
A bit of Trev.
Okay, let's get...
We're eating biscuits in here, you know, it's like unbelievably unprofessional.
Ah, it's only us. Right, I'll try and find Trevor.
You're ringing him now?
Yeah, why not?
So you can do a poem?
Probably. No, I'll tell you what, we'll just get him to talk about the Standing Rock. He can update us on the Standing Rock.
Okay. How?
Yeah.
Hello, babe.
Hi, Trevor, Tin Man, how you doing?
Say again? Sorry, I missed that.
How you doing, Trev?
Yeah, grand.
Yeah, I don't think we've got time for a poem, but could you update us on the Standing Rock? What's happening?
Yeah, I can. Just getting some news in now at this second.
Okay.
Within the last 10 minutes, North Dakota officials have stated through Reuters that they're backing away from blockade plans for the pipeline protesters because they have been blocking medical supplies, food, every kind of supply. There's been some good news. There's 2,000 veterans descending on the site on December 4th under the leadership of Wesley Clark Jr., that's General Wesley Clark's son.
Okay.
Because he's more or less anti-war now and all that, isn't he?
Right.
Neil Young, Willie Nelson, Amy Goodman, Bernie Sanders, and loads more are spreading the message to millions at the second.
Wow.
I've had some great success this week myself, lots of it. I've got Universal Film has stood in. I got support from a world music group that's one of my favourites in the country.
Okay.
Who offered their participation, all voluntary, obviously. The Dubai Circus, Cirque du Soir, they're in. A Mexican dance troupe have just sent me an email. It's Art for Dance. They've decided to step in for free. Spanish flamenco groups and circus, they're all in. Editors and TV presenters. A couple of days ago, a 360 degrees special effects cameraman expert, he's in. I've got a theatre lighting expert today. Do seriously need script writers, recording fund organisers, recording studio time. That would be amazing if we can get that. Sound engineers, IT specialists, all those are desperately needed. But there's been a lot of stuff going on. There's been a lot of lies from the likes of, mistruths, let's put it that way, from the likes of Morton County Sheriff, who's said that they didn't hose down the water protectors, that they were just outing fires started by them, when in fact there's video to prove that the fires were started with munitions being fired in amongst the protesters, and they said that they were, well, you can see it anyway in the video. You can see the protesters being sprayed with water cannons, rather, in sub-freezing temperatures, and there's many cases now of hypothermia, pneumonia, and many more. They're trying to say that girl didn't lose her arm, but her father's been online this week, and he's basically said her arm is gone. There's been rubber bullets aimed at people's faces, far in contravention of the Geneva Convention. Sandbag bullets shot at them. They're being attacked by dogs, beaten with batons, threatened by firearms, attacked with tasers, pepper sprayed.
Shit.
And they've high caliber sniper rifles aimed at them from the top of
the question, I suppose the inevitable, the answer's obvious probably, but has Trump made any comment on this?
Nothing. Well, the thing is, people are saying he's heavily invested in the oil company, but really and truly, if it gets big and he actually gets to a chance to get to being president, depending on the pantomime we're watching, if he does get in, the rumor is he's big time invested in the oil company, or let's put it his way, bigly invested, but he's not. He's got $1 million, which to him is pocket change that he could throw away. So if it gets big, he
I don't
just
get
wipes
out
it.
of bed for less than 2.
Oh, geez, yeah. And drink with myself and $1 million. Yes.
Listen, Trevor, I'll have to leave it there, man. Thanks for the update, yeah?
No worries, no
I'll
worries.
call you next week for a poem, maybe, yeah?
All right, bud. All right.
All right. Thank you,
Nice
Trevor.
one, nice one. Cheers for calling, dude.
Trevor Tin Man, everybody. Trevor Tin Man. Beautiful.
soon, babes.
Cheers, Trev. Bye-bye.
Nice one. Cheers, Huey.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Take
See
care,
ya, bye-bye. Lovely stuff there. Good stuff.
We got time for Patrick Watson, Lighthouse.
I was just going to play this last
Oh, no,
song.
do it.
and
No,
it's
go on.
And it's quite appropriate.
Go on, do it.
Because Trevor does a mean Tracy Chapman on karaoke.
Oh, you said, yeah.
And I thought I'd play Talking About a Revolution because that's what we need.
Oof, controversial.
Well, you know, a bit of controversy.
Then we'll have to do Patrick Watson, Lighthouse next week, babes.
Yeah.
Sleep tight.
Wait, did you know this? Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi,
Yeah, not Kim Gandhi.
had no sense of smell.
How do you smell?
Terrible. No, he had no sense of smell. That's an actual, well, a historical fact.
That must have come in handy.
Yeah, and Elliot Tuffin has arrived in America.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
the Tory graph.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's really, really incredible.
It's actually happening, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel so proud of him. So proud of him because he's always let himself down. I hate to say that, you know what I mean?
That's fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, but now he's doing it for Joe, like his ultimate love.
Yeah.
And he lives and breathes him. I wouldn't even say he copies him. I think he grew up thinking that's how you're supposed to sing.
Yeah, well, the lads in the band have said the same thing. It's not just that he knows the songs and he can do the croaky bit.
No.
He's got all the kind of nuances, all the little fills and patterns and leaving notes alone and looking up, looking down. Actually gets kind of possessed by him. They're a tiny bit. I get the feeling they're a tiny bit sort of freaked out by it. By the similarities. Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going to hit them.
But bless him, I hope he does brilliantly.
I know he will, and I know
that story.
Yeah, I'm gonna, find it more, and maybe next week we'll play one of Elliot's recordings.
Yeah,
covers of Joe's songs and
friend of the show. Can we ring him after one of his shows? As well?
We could not ring him in the States, but we could ring him when he gets back to get him to talk about.
States. What about if we Facebook ring him?
Ah, yeah, I don't know how to do all that.
I can do that.
All right, if you work it out,
we'll rig that up and we'll get it for Nish then.
Okay, right, cool. This is Talking About a Revolution, Tracy Chapman. Thanks for listening, everybody. Tune in every week, Tuesdays. We're here, and don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel for the podcasts.